What's up, everybody? And today we are reacting to a really cool video by Nixian. I'll leave a link down below to his channel, her channel, whoever it is, as well as the OG video. It's called The Evolution of Call of Duty Games from 2003 to 2022. I want to watch this. We'll reminisce a little bit because obviously I've played through all the games, barring one or two here and there, which we'll explain in the video. But I thought it'd be really cool to kind of go through and give my thoughts on the games and the current state of sorry, I had to check the light was on there above me. The current state of Call of Duty and stuff like that. I thought it'd be really cool to check this out, especially since we've pretty much played through the whole campaign of all the games pretty much on this channel. There's like the originals and then Infinite Warfare, Black Ops 3. Did I finish Black Ops 3? I don't think I did because it was trash. And then Black Ops 4 didn't have a campaign. I think they're the only ones. And Infinite Warfare, which copyright claimed every single freaking video. So they're the ones that I didn't play. But I thought it'd be cool to watch this with you guys. So we're going to do that. But before we get started, question of the day comes from Jay Strun. He says, question, do you have any intent on finishing Call of Duty 2? I'd love to see your reaction to the British and American campaigns. So Call of Duty 2 is one that I started. And basically I did like a one episode. If you like it, I'll carry on. If not, then it's no big deal. Maybe we'll go back to it one day. Let me know in the comments what you think about that. We could end up finishing it. It's an old game. I don't know whether it would take long to finish, but it might not be as entertaining as some of the newer ones because it is an old kind of looking game. So I don't know, maybe not. Let me know what you think in the comments, and maybe I will go back to it and play it. Thank you, Jay Strun, for your question. If Strun, how you say it? If you want your question answered, leave it in the comment section down below and we'll certainly get to that. It's been a busy day for me today. When you're watching this, it's actually May 4th, the day before. Obviously, we've got all the new Star Wars trailers for like DLC for Lego Star Wars, the Obi-Wan Kenobi trailer, behind the scenes and Book of Boba Fett, and you know how much of a Star Wars fan I am, so it's been a busy day. Also, this morning, I ordered Starlink for the internet, which I will give you guys updates on all that when it comes. It comes at the end of the month for the internet. I use a different type of internet right now, including like data and SIM cards on my Pepwave. There's actually going to be a tour of my setup very soon. So yeah, I will show you how my internet works and how Starlink might change it all up for the better. But before I talk about all that, it's time to just react to this video and chill. I nearly messed up my words then, didn't I? Alright, let's watch this. Let's have some fun. Let's see what it's all about.
2003, Call of Duty, the very first game that started it all.
The OG.
Call of Duty 1 was a massive success and a jumpstart that the series had been looking for. While the series went on to deviate from its formula, it originally started as a World War game, and it chose to keep that pacing for a long while.
Yeah.
In fact, if people hadn't got tired of World War games, modern warfare would have never happened.
That's true. I feel like we've had so many OG World War 1 and 2 games now that it's getting a little tiresome. I think the only way a good video game could do that now is if they have a really unique story. That being said, the Vanguard campaign was fun. The Call of Duty World War 2 campaign was brilliant. Wasn't this only like for PC or something?
2005, Call of Duty 2. Call of Duty 2 was the long-awaited sequel that everyone wanted at the time. And what a game it was. The one thing that separated it from the competition was the amazing cast of voice actors that made this game a staple in the industry.
Yeah.
The cast, in fact, was almost the same actors from Band of Brothers, another World War franchise which was popular at the time.
That's incredible. I didn't know that. I didn't know it was the same cast as Band of Brothers. That's really cool. Maybe I will go back and play Call of Duty 2 now then. Let me know in the comments what you think. Should I go back and play Call of Duty 2? I can re-download it.
2006, Call of Duty 3.
Call of
Duty 3 was one of the most fantastic additions to the franchise. And the fact that it was made only in 3 months is a testament to Treyarch's ability.
Only made in 3 months? Holy cow! That's incredible! Also, I don't remember if did I play Call of Duty 3 or Call of Duty 2? The OG one. I don't remember which one I played. I'd be happy to go back and play the original trilogy, though. If you guys think that's a good idea, let me know in the comments. 3 months to make a video game is absolutely nuts, by the way.
As game developers. However, when it came to publishing the game, Activision did make a very weird creative decision. Call of Duty 3 was released in France as Call of Duty 3 En Marche vers Paris, which translates to On the Way to Paris.
Interesting. I don't think that's weird. It just gave it a different name in France.
Call of Duty 4,
right.
Modern Warfare.
This is where this game changed the FPS industry. This game, Modern Warfare 4, Call of Duty 4 was my top of the range at the time. It was a year before I went into the Royal Marines, and it legit was like the dog's bollocks. Like, this thing changed the FPS franchise. It changed my perspective on the military. It got me super hyped for joining the Royal Marines.
Modern Warfare was the most revolutionary title in Call of Duty history. It brought the franchise out of the 1940s into the 2010s.
Yeah.
And made Modern Warfare its central theme. Call of Duty Modern Warfare was meant to be a visceral and adult experience.
It was.
As such, it is the first Call of Duty to be rated M by the Entertainment Software Ratings Board. All previous titles were rated T.
It's a great game. A great game. So, Modern Warfare 2, I'm pretty sure came out... What a great game. In like 20...
Call of Duty 1.
So at this point, I was in the Royal Marines. I joined in 2008. So from World at War onwards, I didn't really get to play because I was too busy, like obviously in training and all that stuff. I do remember Modern Warfare 2 coming out when I was in training, and some people had I remember some people had like an Xbox in training and they got it. And I remember going home and having it and playing it. But very briefly, I didn't get sucked into Modern Warfare 2 with their multiplayer anywhere near as much as Modern Warfare 1. I was obsessed with that game.
War was a return to the World War era, and it brings a couple of references with it. This game features references to some famous fictional film privates. In the opening mission, you see Private Pyle, who was a main character in Full Metal Jacket, 1987. You also have to try and save Private Ryan,
which is
a reference
awesome
to the plot of World War II film Saving Private Ryan, 1998.
Yeah.
And
this is a good game.
Titular character.
World at War was a good game, but I think it's a little bit overhyped, and I know people are going to kill me for saying that. I don't think it's as good as what the internet says it is. I think it was a good game. I legit think it was in fact, I think it was a great game, but the internet seems to put it on a pedestal a little bit, and I don't think that's necessary. I feel like there's a lot more Call of Duty games that are better than World at War, but it is a good game. That's my controversial take from Call of Duty anyway.
2009, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2.
See, I was in the Royal Marines there.
Modern Warfare 2 was the perfect example of where the franchise wanted to go next, though.
Yeah.
As it was by far the most realistic and advanced game in the franchise.
So I'm going to stick with what he said there, and I'm going to elaborate a little bit more. And I've said this plenty of times. My favorite Call of Duty game is Black Ops 2. From my recent playthrough since this channel started, and the recent playthrough of all the Call of Duty games of all time, it's probably Modern Warfare 1, because like that was my OG precious thing before I joined the Royal Marines. But for campaigns, the jump between Modern Warfare 1 and Modern Warfare 2 was such a perfect jump in video games for a sequel. It evolved everything that was perfect about the original Modern Warfare and just elevated it that little bit better. It's so often now that you get sequels to games and there's just a few little things where you're like, that's not as good, that's a little bit old, that's getting a little bit repetitive. And it just doesn't... With Modern Warfare 2, the jump was so perfect. It's better than the jump between Black Ops and Black Ops 2. Even though Black Ops 2 is my favorite Call of Duty game, the jump from these two games was outstanding, and they absolutely nailed it.
Not only that, despite its urban combat setting, it was the most grandiose game in the franchise till date. This was the first game to bring the legendary Hans Zimmer to create a video game soundtrack.
I didn't know Hans Zimmer did this. What? Did not know that.
2010,
Black
Call of
Ops.
Duty Black Ops.
Great game.
Black Ops was the first time the series was exploring uncharted territories. However, their experimentation paid off, as within 24 hours of going on sale, Call of Duty Black Ops sold more than 5.6 million copies in the US and UK, breaking the record set by its predecessor, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, 2009.
Wow.
And making it the largest entertainment launch in history.
Wow. It was a great game. Like, legit great game.
Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. Modern Warfare 3 was the end of the Modern Warfare saga at the time, and boy, was it a conclusion worth waiting for.
So I don't think the jump between Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3 was as good as 1 and 2. I think Modern Warfare 3 is a good game. I don't think it was as good as the original Modern Warfare or the second one, and I don't think it's as good as Black Ops 1 and 2 either. I think it's weaker than them, but I think it's a solid ending to the trilogy, in my opinion.
The game also had one of the most ambiguous endings in the series, as it is speculated that Captain Price died from his wounds after killing Makarov. That is because of the fade-out of the POV at the very end resembles death.
It was a solid game. It was a solid game.
2012, Call of Duty Black Ops 2. While Black Ops 2 was a phenomenal, absolute record-breaking game, there was one thing that they did mess up, and it was something that eventually ended up costing them too. The character Manuel Noriega is actually a real person. In fact, in July of 2014, he sued Activision for the false portrayal and use of him in the game.
I did not know that. I did not know that. It's interesting to see the intricacies behind the scenes. Again, I think it's the best Call of Duty game there was. Came out in 2012, the year I left the Royal Marines. I remember buying it on...
2013.
I remember buying Call of Duty Black Ops 2 on the Nintendo Wii U and just playing the multiplayer every now and again. Like, I feel like I bought it and then I just didn't really play it because, like, I ended up just scrapping the Wii U thinking it wasn't that good. And I never got into any more Call of Duties until this channel popped up.
Call of Duty Ghosts. Unlike most of the games in the franchise, Call of Duty Ghosts was one of the biggest mistakes in Activision history. Aside from being one of the least selling games in the Call of Duty game launches, it was also slated to have a sequel, which was cancelled due to how poorly received the game was.
So if I remember correctly, yeah, 2013, I remember this coming out because it came out at the same time as PS4 and Xbox One. And I think because of the jump, there was a few variables there that messed it up, but including the jump to a new consoles, it didn't sell. I remember seeing the trailer for it because I remember I came back from working in the US when I met my wife, and I bought both the PS4 and the Xbox One. I pre-ordered both consoles, got them day one, both of them, because I've been a big gamer all my life. And I remember looking at Call of Duty Ghosts trailer and thinking, this doesn't look that good. And I didn't buy it. Ultimately, we played it on this channel, and I genuinely think it's a fantastic story. I really do. And it's probably the one story out of Call of Duty history that has the most potential to be big, and they never elaborated on it. The first game didn't do that well. They should have done a sequel. They really should. It was a good game.
2014, Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. Most of the time, video games hire popular actors for their faces and then get a voice actor to do the work for the game. However, Advanced Warfare took the heavy route. Almost every single player character's physical appearance is based on their real-life voice actor, making it some of the most authentic acting in gaming.
So, controversial opinion again. I think the gameplay for this was one of the most fun, but the story was probably the most forgettable, in my opinion. That's my 2 cents. The most forgettable. And I think some people will probably agree with me on that, actually. I think they'll agree on me. What was the one after this?
2015,
Black Ops
Call
3.
of Duty Black Ops 3.
See, the gameplay for Black Ops 3 was great as well, but the story was so pants, I think I ended up not finishing it. The story was terrible.
Call of Duty Black Ops 3 was kind of a huge leap when it comes to the franchise. It wasn't anything like fans had expected either, as the game doesn't just take place 5 or 10 years after the second game, but rather a whole 40 years after Black Ops 2.
I think the reason I didn't enjoy it that much was it moved away so much from Black Ops 1 and 2 that it felt like its own, like, it felt different. It didn't feel like a Black Ops game. I don't feel like it needed the Black Ops title. It could have done with something else. And honestly, I feel like if they stayed in the same time frame as the original 2 games, it could have been great. It could have been a finesse trilogy like the Modern Warfare ones, but they took it too far, I think. The gameplay's fun, but I think they were having such a streak with, like, advanced style games that they kind of ruined it a bit. And the story was plain and bland.
Black Ops 3 the most futuristic game that had released in the franchise, being 11 years ahead of Advanced Warfare.
Huh. Didn't know that. Both very... This was like the dip in Call of Duty games, in my opinion, right here. There was a big dip here.
2016, Call of Duty Infinite Warfare.
Okay.
Call of Duty Infinite Warfare was the franchise's highest reach when it comes to the science fiction route they were taking.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it did not resonate well with fans, and it saw massive criticism.
See, I was excited for this game. I was really excited to play it. I think I uploaded 2 or 3, and every single one kept getting copyright claimed, and I don't know why they didn't. It makes me sad, because if there was anything, this game was probably one of the ones that I was most excited for to play, because it had some really cool actors in it. It's such a shame.
The funny thing is, the hate started even before the game released. The trailer for the game reached 2 million dislikes on YouTube, making it the second most disliked video ever.
Wow. But this was where that was where it really, like, there was a massive dip, wasn't there? in Call of Duty games, and people were getting... There was a lot of popular hate. It's very popular on YouTube to hate things. This is why videos on hating movies and games and stuff, they always do so well on YouTube, is because hating stuff is popular. It's like a thing that people like to do. And unfortunately, Call of Duty took a massive hate between Black Ops 3 and Infinite Warfare, where it was hated on a lot. Now, World War II, in my opinion, is one of the most underrated campaigns. I think the campaign for this was fantastic. And although Black Ops 4 came after this, which was an absolute tragedy, World War II was the start of something great for Call of Duty, in my opinion. This was the first time we were starting to see that arc into what is the new revamped Modern Warfare. And I genuinely think this was a brilliant game. The multiplayer, you might disagree with. I didn't play the multiplayer. I played the campaign, and I loved it. And I genuinely think this is a good Call of Duty game. The story is absolutely fantastic.
2017, Call of Duty World War II.
It was such a perfect time as well to go back to World War II after all the advanced games, and there wasn't many coming out. They had the Battlefield 1 that came out, so this was like prime time to bring out a new World War game, and it was, honestly, I think it was a great game. I really do. You might disagree with the multiplayer, you might have hated the multiplayer, it might have been terrible. I didn't really care at that because I was playing the campaigns, and the campaign was good. Controversial take, I genuinely think it.
Call of Duty World War II was the perfect return to form this series could have gotten.
Yep.
And yet, it kept things refreshing by adding in sections you wouldn't have seen before. There was a stealth section and a section where you could play as a female character. This made it the second Call of Duty game with a playable female heroine.
Cool. It was a good game. It was a good game.
2018, Call of Duty Black Ops 4. Call of Duty Black Ops 4 was a weird one.
Obviously, I didn't play it. It had no campaign. It had no campaign, which is a tragedy. The multiplayer might have been fun. It had no campaign. I played the multiplayer, actually, and it was actually pretty fun. But no campaign. Like, what?
And honestly, one of the most unlikely things to ever happen to the franchise. First off, this was the very first game featuring a Battle Royale mode in Call of Duty history. Along with that, this was also the first Call of Duty game to not feature a single-player campaign.
Yeah.
Missing out on the massive audience which bought these games for their blockbuster stories.
Yep. And they are good stories.
2019, Call of Duty Mobile.
Wait, they're going to put mobile in it? I've not played Call of Duty Mobile. But it's a shame they didn't have a story. But then again, after the shambles of Black Ops 3 story, really, do we need another story for that? I think the revamped versions were good, and we'll get into that later.
Aside from being the first fully fledged Call of Duty game to ever release on the mobile platforms, Call of Duty Mobile was also one of the games that became a huge esports scene in the mobile gaming community. The game is still alive to this day and has a massive player base almost at the same level of games such as Free Fire and PUBG Mobile.
Wow. A lot of people ask me to play Call of Duty Mobile. I have no interest in it, unfortunately. But, yeah, I don't know. Now, here we go. In my opinion, one of, if not the, well, no, Black Ops 2 is pretty good, but this was a good Modern Warfare revamp 2019. Up there with some of the greatest games, in my opinion. I thought it was brilliant.
If you're a fan of Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 2019 was probably a breath of fresh air that you desperately wanted. It's a soft reboot of the game, and it was confirmed at the very end of the game at the moment when Price decides to dub his private unit as Task Force 141. This was the name of the main task force led by Captain Price in the original Modern Warfare trilogy from 2007 to 2011.
What a great game. That mission will go down in history with some of the best FPS missions of all time, in my opinion. I think I might do a replay through. I might play through the campaign again as a build-up to Modern Warfare 2. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below.
2020, Call of Duty Warzone.
Yep.
While at launch, it definitely felt like Infinity Ward and Raven Software just decided to scrape together a battle royale because it was popular at the time. The development of Warzone started in 2017 under the name Magma, after Infinity Ward and Raven Software witnessed the rise in popularity of PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. The mode was originally set in Kabul, Afghanistan, before the studios settled with Verdansk.
Interesting. Legit, fantastic Warzone when it first came out. The first couple of years of it, brilliant. I'm excited for Warzone 2. And hopefully my styling could be good enough for us to play Warzone 2 live on the channel plenty of times. So let me know what you think about that in the comments.
2020, Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. Perhaps one of the most important aspects of Black Ops games were the characters and the actors who portrayed them. The biggest hit to Black Ops Cold War was that James C. Burns and Sam Worthington did not return to reprise the characters Frank Woods and Alex Mason, respectively. When asked why he didn't return, Burns said that Activision never asked him. As for Worthington, it was simply because he was busy with Avatar 2, which is slated to release this year.
Yeah, I'm excited for Avatar 2. But, Cold War, I think the campaign was pretty damn good. I thought it was a good it was a solid story, and it had some twists and turns that genuinely felt good. The only problem with Cold War is that it came after the revamped Modern Warfare, which was the biggest selling Call of Duty game of all time, I'm pretty sure. So it had to compete with something that was, you know, one of the best, and that's hard to do. So I think that let it down a little bit, unfortunately. I think if Cold War came out then the Modern Warfare game, I think it would have been a different story. I think people would have bought it more. But it did lack that a little bit. I like that it came back to kind of OG types, like the 80s or something like that. I think it was a great time for a shooter to be placed in, and I think it was a solid game. The multiplayer was lacking a little bit, but nowhere near as much as the multiplayer for the next game.
2021, Call of Duty Vanguard. Call of Duty Vanguard is the latest installment in the franchise, and while it did see decent success, it is considered mainly a failure compared to games such as Modern Warfare 2019. However, it doesn't fail in keeping up the continuity of the Call of Duty franchise.
Right.
In the mission Numa Numa Trail, you are rescued by the 93rd Infantry Division. One of the troops in the 93rd is named Lewis Howard. Lewis's brother, Major Howard, is in Call of Duty World War II. Lewis
I did not know that.
Confirming this.
I did not know that. Now, Vanguard, in my opinion, where do we even start with Vanguard? The story was fun. I enjoyed the story. I thought the characters were likable, and I enjoyed it. They didn't shy away from the fantasy-esque of a World War game, which I'm okay with. If they don't shy away from what they actually are, then I'm okay with that. But I feel like it kind of, they shouldn't have I mean, I'm talking Warzone here again because that's what I thought was the pinnacle of multiplayer Call of Duty, in my opinion. And bearing in mind, I got into multiplayer Call of Duty a little bit later than the average Joe. And I just feel like the integration was a bit weird. And I remember playing the beta for Vanguard and being like, what is going on? So I was a little concerned, but the story was good. There was a few little glitches in the story, but it was a solid story. Now, the big thing that I'm most excited for is Modern Warfare 2. Is it going to say anything about it? Is it going to talk about it in any way? Or is it just going to end it there? I think it might just end it there. Yeah, it's just going to end it there. Like I said, Modern Warfare 2 I'm very excited for, and I genuinely think it's going to be a great game, especially considering who's making it and the rumors that have come out already. I'm going to be doing a lot of footage on that, playing all the betas, playing the campaign, and going through all that stuff. And I might even do a Road to Modern Warfare Road to Modern Warfare 2 by playing the first one again. Let me know in the comment section what you think about that. We'll play it on the hardest difficulty and all that good stuff. Are you hyped for Modern Warfare 2? What was your favorite Call of Duty game? And do you think any of my controversial opinions were grounded? Did you like some of them? Let me know in the comment section down below. But for now, members, you're beautiful, you're amazing, I love you, I couldn't do this without you. I couldn't make these videos every single day if it wasn't for these beautiful people scrolling across the screen, so thank you for supporting the channel as much as you do. I genuinely appreciate it. Links down below to all my socials, including my merch, where you can buy some stuff and get a video sent to you by me. It's a private video, customized for you. It's a ton of fun. I basically get a notification on my phone, and I can literally record a video and send it straight to you. It's a ton of fun. Yeah. What else? That's it. Get hyped. Modern Warfare 2, we're going to get some trailers in the next couple months, I think. End of this month, I think we get a trailer for it, which makes me excited. We'll break that down and have some fun. I love you all. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.